from Orlando, Florida. I know I'm in the middle of my series in Mexico, but I have just received behind-the-scenes access to a major project going on here that I'm sure a lot of people are very excited about and really looking forward to some updates. As time is of the essence here, I thought it would be nice to share as soon as possible the latest news about the highly anticipated high-speed train between Orlando and Miami. If all this sounds new to you, yes, you heard me right. In a few months, Orlando and Miami will be connected by the first and only private high-speed rail network in America. The service is provided by Brightline. In 2018, they launched Phase 1 of the project, connecting Miami to West Palm Beach. Phase 2 brings the trains to the Orlando International Airport. Yes, it's the airport, but I'm not boarding today. Welcome to the future train station at the Orlando Airport. He seems ready, huh? Just wait. First look of the new Brightline station here in Orlando. Look at this. It's still under construction. Very cool to be here.
What you have here is our station. It's going to be about 37,000 square feet. You're going to have guest services, which is service and ticketing. Over here, we're going to have self-ticketing. So we're going to have kiosks. You can walk up and do your own ticketing. But mostly, we're going to try to direct you to our app where you can get a Q card. You get points, you get bonuses, you get all the airline perks for our train. You can book your ticket as much in advance as you want. You can have as many tickets as you want. You pick your seats, you pick your class of service, you pick your trip going down, you pick your return trip.
The trains will reach 125 miles per hour. And it'll take 3 hours and 15 minutes to travel between Orlando and Miami. The onboard experience should be similar to flying.
We do have full beverage and limited food service on all of our trains. We have a food cart, beverage cart that comes up and down. So you can get a full bar, wine or beer, Diet Coke, and I think we have sandwiches, peas, crackers, and snacks.
We start with 4 coaches. The first one is the premium car. Slightly more expensive ticket, does include all of your food and beverage, including alcoholic beverages. It has its own lounge in the station that you get in with your ticket that has everything included as well. And there'll be different activities in those lounges, wine tasting, things of that nature.
A similar VIP experience compared to other stations like Miami, which has been fully operational for a few years now.
So in the middle here, we're going to have an autonomous retail. It'll have merchandise, but also have chips and drinks and candies. And in that, there will be no person in here to man this. You scan your credit card at the front entrance, you walk in, there's some facial recognition cameras, you pick up whatever you want. You can put it in your backpack, you can put it in your back pocket, you can put it wherever you want. You just walk out. So when you walk out, there's another terminal, and your credit card will automatically be charged for whatever you picked on your person.
Very cool. Now you may think, oh, this is gonna take time, right? No. This air should almost be done by the end of the year, and a good part of the entire infrastructure is ready. In fact, the first train was already brought to the Orlando station a few weeks ago for testing.
This is our bar. We call it the Mary Mary Bar. Flagler East Coast Railroad is the rail line that we now operate on, and it still has really been enamored with the Flagler name and how Henry Flagler was able to get the rail from basically all the way from New York City to Key West. So he was married 3 times, and 2 of his wife's names were Mary. So that's why this bar is named Mary Mary. There's going to be screens here behind the bar. We have an AM PM bar. People are going to be here at 6 o'clock in the morning. They're also going to be here maybe as late as 11 o'clock at night. So we built the back bar for the lighting and shelves. So in the morning, the shelves will be open in position. We will have bananas, orange juice, breakfast items up there. And then sometime around noon or so, we'll slide the shelves into another position and it'll become a full bar. So it's going to be a dual purpose bar. It's what we call the AM PM bar, Mary Mary.
The trains arrive down here and the station is up there. So this is how it's gonna work. You arrive over here with the train, connect up there, And that's already, look at that, that's already the tram that will take you to the airport terminals. Amazing.
Stay till the morning light, or would you follow me, or would you let it be? If I leave tonight, we could do this right. We'll find the remedy, or would you stay with me?
This is actually the parking structure. Both the parking and the tram here are fully working. I was part of a group of journalists invited for a ride.
The APM is now departing. Please hold on to the handrails. The next stop is Terminals A and B.
In less than 4 minutes, we arrived at Terminals A and B. We didn't leave, just returned to the future train station.
So right now, I feel the love that we.
So we haven't set the prices. It's going to be somewhere in the $100 range one way.
Is that about 100 between Miami and Orlando?
Approximately somewhere in that range, but that can vary,
Okay.
just based on when you choose to travel,
Okay.
how busy things are
Right.
going to be. It's dynamic pricing.
Sure, thank you.
Yeah.
So I just close my eyes and dream about.
The building itself is basically ready, and in the future, Brightline and the airport service might not be the only ones operating here. Here they will be able to have 4 different train services.
Before pandemic, you could check your bags there and just take your train to the gates. You can park in the garage, and for some airlines, you can literally check in right in the garage.
All this here is just the train station. It's not even the terminal yet. The train is not the only news around here. The airport is growing. Soon there will be a new terminal.
That is the actual Terminal C.
C is ready or how?
Almost September.
September.
That's why we couldn't get inside today.
This
We're
is the
down
new
to, just to
Terminal
give you
C
some
here at the
idea,
airport.
I told you
It's
there
under
were,
construction.
About 130
And it should open soon.
40,000
In a
passengers
few
per
months,
day.
actually. Orlando is now the 7th busiest airport in the world, and you can expect a few changes in the new terminal.
International travelers will arrive on the baggage claim level. No going down. We have a baggage system that allows us to store bags because one of the things that happens here is the hotels check you out at 11 o'clock. If you have an international flight, more than likely that flight is not going till 4 or 5. So you're stuck with your bag.
Terminal C is expected to serve mainly JetBlue and international airlines, with 20 new aircraft positions and 15 gates. Before the pandemic, the top international markets here were England, Canada, and Brazil. They hope to soon be back to 2019 levels. But the big buzz about the new terminal is that it should be focused on technology to speed up security lines and boarding.
The other part certainly is what the community is doing in terms of high tech. People don't realize we're 45 minutes from space activity. They're looking at vertical jets, taxi jets that are going to go right over Lake Nona and that area.
But that's a topic for the next video. That was nice to have this behind-the-scenes experience. That was a press tour, and I felt like I was in my days of journalists again. That's why I had this urgency to publish it right away. Gordon was not part of the tour. Now, you can ask me anything you want, Gordon. I'm the expert in this now.
Do they serve ice cream on the train?
I don't know, but I don't think so. What else?
When will it be open?
That's a good question. That's what everyone wants to know,
My
right?
first question was good too.
Okay, so they're planning for second quarter of 2023.
Next year.
Next year, yes.
And where's it going to stop besides the airport?
From West Palm Beach, it comes directly to the Orlando airport, non-stop.
What if I want to go to Disneyland or Universal?
That's another stop. That's another route. It's what they call the Phase 3 that connects the airport to Tampa.
And when will that be done?
Wait. That's a long story. Before we get to that, you don't know yet if it's really going to connect you to Disney. They gave us a map that shows Disney Springs on the map. But people are talking about Universal, if there will be a stop there or not. And they said that they're still working that out with all their partners to decide exactly what the next route will be. Once that is done, it takes 3 years to be ready.
3 years?
Yeah.
Well, I'll just stay in Miami then. I can't be stopped at the airport.
If this video was useful to you, you already know what to do.
Unless, of course, they put in an amusement park at the airport. How about that?